All right. So Amira, let me just listen to you about this chapter and how many questions could you solve, and what is your, how to say, thought about this chapter? Shall we finish it, or do you have any questions? Last
I
time,
don't have any questions, no.
okay. Last time we did a few questions from here, right? Review questions 4.
Yeah.
And you were solving a few questions here. Say again, how many questions could you solve?
I did like 4 more, and then I did some questions from that PowerPoint you sent me as well.
Okay. So now I will ask you one question. Okay, if you show me, I mean, the solution without any mistakes, we will finish it. Otherwise, maybe we'll solve 3 more questions and I will finish this chapter. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Can you open that exercise?
What's the name of the file again?
Okay, just a minute. 5.8. Okay. Do you have this file? Let me just. Okay, here. Can you see my screen?
No.
No. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, here in your WhatsApp. Can you see the A4 exercise 4 PDF? You must have this in your laptop, I think.
Okay.
Can you open that
Yeah.
file? And I will ask you one question from there. Please share your screen with me. I will stop sharing my. Okay. Question 15. Can you go to question 15? Okay. This is a kind of test question for you, Amira. If you solve this without any mistake, all right, we will just finish this chapter. That much information is enough, I think. You can practice more, or anytime if you have a question, we can discuss later. I mean, you can start doing this question. I will just watch you, all right? After you finish everything, then we will discuss. And you can just zoom in a little bit. Okay, good. We may start doing now. A4, see timer, let's say it's 8 minutes. Okay, maximum you have 8 minutes to do this question. Okay.
So I tried substituting the equations to work out the 2 points.
How do you substitute? I didn't understand.
I was trying to make x the subject of this formula.
X.
Yeah, and then I was trying to put that into the second one.
Mm.
Is substitution incorrect here?
Yeah, it is correct, but the way you substitute is very complicated. Why don't you substitute in this way here? Since can you move up? All right. Okay, like that. Okay. So these are the points of the intersection, right? That means that at this point, actually, they had a common point. So these points belong to both circles. So actually, when you're just solving this, maybe I can just write here, maybe x sub 0, y sub 0, doesn't matter. We are assuming that these x and y's are fixed points here, okay? And just keeping in mind, actually, we are solving this. So when we just solve this, if you actually, okay, the idea is correct. We need to express either y in terms of x or x in terms of y. But to do this one, if you subtract the second equation from the first one, you will get simpler one, right? Then you can express y in terms of x. Right, this is our second equation. This is our first equation. If you subtract the second equation from this first one, what do we get here? X squared is gone. Y squared is gone. So here we have x minus 2x. Here we have 3x minus y minus 3y. That is plus 2y minus 6. We have nothing here. So minus 6 is equal to 0. That is how these 2 points, right? These are the coordinates. This is how they are connected to each other. Now from here, for example, if we just express y in terms of x, take this 6 to this side. So here we have 6 minus 3x over 2. This is and how actually x and y are connected to each other or related to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will not have square roots. Now, if you substitute either into this equation or into this equation, we will have an equation in one variable, in x. And it will be just quadratic equation, and solve this. The solutions of that quadratic equation will give us, what is it? X coordinates of these points, P and Q. And if you know X coordinates, substitute here, we will get Y coordinates. And after that, we can find the distance between P and Q, or the length of PQ.
Okay.
But here, how do you get this to X?
I think I added these 2 x's.
You added? Okay,
I think
here,
I'm
x squared plus x equals 6 plus y minus squared. I didn't understand this step. After this, how did you get this to x?
I'm actually not sure.
Say again?
I'm not too sure.
You are not too sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
about what I did.
Amira, can you just erase and did you understand what we did here?
Yeah.
Can you continue from here now? Okay, so the idea is because we have 2 equations, we are trying to find their solution, right? Because if you subtract, still we have 2 variables. And after that, we are trying to form an equation in 1 variable. So after that, we can solve this, then we can answer the question. Okay, I'm erasing everything. You don't have bigger eraser?
No.
Really? Can't you change the size of the eraser?
I don't think so.
Actually, maybe not. I cannot see this. There must be an option that you can delete everything at once. Okay, maybe next time. Okay. Let's do it. Question A. All right, that's our first step.
Do we put that into the
Yeah.
equation?
Well,
Okay.
we just found actually how y and x are related to each other. So actually these x and y's are the same that we use in the first and second equation. So we have to substitute this either into the first equation or the second one. So then we will have one equation in one variable. And we can solve this. X squared plus y squared plus x minus y minus 6 equals 0. Amira, here, when you're doing this kind of things, actually our purpose is every step we try to simplify. Why don't you simplify these two things or maybe three things and write as a single fraction? So we can actually reach the answer much faster. Because anyway, you are going to do this the next step, right?
Yeah. It's just, for me, it's better like this. Because I can see, in case I did something wrong, I can see where I went wrong.
Okay. Okay, then. Continue. Minus 36 plus 4 plus 10. Okay. No, no, Amira, why are you solving like this?
I'm putting it into the quadratic equation.
Yeah, but here we have only two terms. Why don't we just solve it by factorization, like 13x, we have x minus 2 equals 0. X equals 0
okay.
or x equals 2. If you have three terms, we can actually use a formula, but when we have two terms.
I was going to put 0 in because we got 0 as well.
So first
But
factorize
yeah,
it.
you have a point.
Usually, Amira, when we are actually using the formula, we have to simplify the equation, right? Then even, because as you see here, we can divide both sides by 13, we will get simpler equation. Okay, so x equals 0 or x equals 2. So now we can get the corresponding values, right, for y. So that means if x equals 0, 6 over 2.
Oh yeah, here.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's first write as coordinates, the coordinates of P, that is 0, 3, right? And coordinates of Q, 2, 0. So we need to find the length of PQ. What is the question? Length of PQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find length of PQ and move to the next question. Can you also write PQ? PQ equals, so we can see.
Do we know the y-intercept?
Actually, I mean, when we actually are given 2 points, why actually directly use just this thing, y minus y1 over x minus x1, And here we have y sub 2, y sub 1 over, and just simplify, you get the equation. Also, this math is okay. As you see here, now we need to find c. That is another step. But here, just write the equation and simplify. That's it. When we are given 2 points. That is 3, right? No, not y1. I mean, it is y minus y1, x minus x1, right? So it is y minus 3, x minus 0. And on the right-hand side, we have actually just gradient. You have already found it. It's minus 3 over 2.
So we cross multiply, right?
Yeah, cross multiply, and actually nothing is said about how we should leave the answer. So you can just write your answer in general form. That's ax plus by equals c. That's a general equation of a straight line. So minus 3x. X minus 0 is x, so you don't have to write it again. Just minus 3x equals are you cross multiplying or what is it? If you cross multiply like this, right? So 2y minus 3 is equal to minus 3x. Cross multiply.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that is 3x plus 2y equals 6. That's your final answer. Can you move up a little bit? A bit more. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And so here we will get, actually we got the same equation, right? This equation and your answer exactly the same. Is it?
Um.
Are they same?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh wait, no, it is the same.
Yes, 3x take to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
We have 3x plus 2y equals 6. Is it just a coincidence or why are they same?
I don't know.
Because here, this equation actually, this 2y equals 6 minus 3x, or if you just take 3x to the left-hand side, can you move a little bit up? Can you just show me your circle? Where's your circle?
Oh, I got rid of it.
Okay. Anyway, we're talking about this line segment, right? And here we have this point and this point. Actually, this equation shows here how x and y coordinates of these 2 points connect or related to each other. And we know that if you're given 2 points, there's a unique line that passes through these 2 points. You cannot draw any line that is different from this line. Actually, this relationship already defines the equation of a straight line that passes through these 2 points. And that's why we got the same answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good. You can close this, Amira. One more question for you. And I hope you can solve this without any mistake. Can you close this and open that the revision C, the last file? Okay, this one is. Okay, Amir, can you go to question 10? Okay. Amir, can you try solve this? That's the last question, and we'll stop solving question from here. And you have 7 minutes, okay? And after that, we'll discuss this together. You can solve it here. I will watch him. Okay, you can start.
I'm kind of stuck.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Okay, can you move up now? Okay, okay, all right, good. Now I can see the question. Okay, y-axis is a tangent to the circle with radius 5 units. Very good. If the circle passes through the point 1, -4, okay, let's say that one is point P, this passes through this point, and find the possible equation of the circle. That means that maybe we have one possible circle, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, we don't know, which actually satisfies or satisfy these conditions, right? And the first thing, it says that that is tangent to the circle. So what does it mean? Let's say, Amiri, can you just delete this line? Okay. So let's say this one is the center of the circle. Okay. What can you say about this line segment, Amira? Because
It's perpendicular to y.
very good. Perpendicular means actually that is a radius, perpendicular, right? That means that this line segment is parallel to the x-axis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that if, let's say that the coordinates of the center of this circle is h and k, then the equation of this circle will be, what is it? X minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Now on the right hand side, since the radius of the circle is 5, here we have 25. And how can I find the value of h? Since it is tangent to the y-axis, right? So since it's tangent to the y-axis, that means that if x equals 0, right? So y should be equal to what?
Y should be equal to k.
It is k, right? Because here, this intersection point or y-intercept is the same as, I mean, its value is the same as k. So that means if we substitute here, what happens here? Then here we have x equals 0, 0 minus h squared, plus here we have k minus k squared equals 25. And from here, this k minus k is equal to 0. Here we have h squared equals 25. So we have two possible answers, that h equals 5 or minus 5. So that's our first step, right? Now I know it's x coordinates. So now if you just write the equation here, I know this h, the first case is, let's say, the first one is, let's say h equals 5. And you will see that when it's minus 5, I think you'll not have this solution. So now I know h. And also actually this point belongs to the circle 1, -4. If you substitute into this equation, it must satisfy this equation, right? So if you substitute and evaluate this, we will find the value of k. And if we know h and k, right, we know the radius, that means that we can write the equation of the circle. That's what we have to, I mean, write here.
Okay.
Can you do that? I mean,
yeah.
Is it clear now, the idea?
I think so.
Okay, and let's do it. And after that, you'll have break. Let's finish this question, and you'll have break, and let's see. What is the temperature now in your town?
I'm not too sure. I haven't checked.
Do you feel cold? Are you wearing something thick now or just t-shirt?
Yeah.
It must be about 26, I mean 15 or 20, right? Under 20, is it? Okay. Cambodia, even with aircon, you feel hot.
What was the formula again?
First, then, can you write the center, label it as O, the center of the circle, and the x coordinates H and K. Can you write a bit closer to O? I mean, like this. Okay. So that is x minus h, right, Amira? H minus x, h minus h squared plus y minus k squared. The equation of the circle, what is it? X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Equation of a circle. Then just here we have to find the values of h and k. Okay, so if you just simplify this and solve for h, no, Amira, why don't you simplify? Why are you writing again? What is 0 minus h? It is minus h squared. It is h squared. K minus k is equal to 0. So h squared equals 25.
I wanted to do it step by step, but okay.
Yeah, actually, you already wrote this in your first step, right? You don't have to write in the next step. Why are you writing again? Plus minus 5. So we have to check for both cases. So now we assume that actually h equals 5, and let's try to find the value of k. I think you're tired. You need some break.
What happened?
Why are you writing again? Why? You're just rewriting the equation. Why? Are you just checking, or? Because here, why did we substitute here? To find the value of h, right? Now from here, okay. Here we know that h equals either 5 or negative 5. So next step, now I know the value of h. So now we need to find the value of k. So that's our first step. And the next step, so let's say h equals 5. And after that, I will consider the second case when h equals negative 5, right? So here, if you substitute into this equation, now here we have x minus 5 squared plus y minus k. So we have no idea about the value of k equals 5. Now, how can you find the value of k? And we know that this point, 1, negative 4, it belongs to this circle, right? So if you substitute into this equation, it must satisfy this equation. And from here, x equals 1, y equals negative 4. So we have one equation, one variable. So I can find k. And if you substitute here we have 1 minus 5 squared plus, what is y? It is negative 4. Negative 4 minus k squared equals 5 squared. So from here, 1 minus 5, it is negative 4 squared, it is 16. 25 minus 16, it is 9. So it is, actually, I can take this minus out. So here we have k plus 4 squared is equal to 9. That means k plus 4 equals 3, or k plus 4 equals negative 3. So from here, k equals negative 1. From here, k equals, what is it? Negative 7. So for one value of h, we have two possible values. Now, actually, if you consider the third case, what happens if h equals negative 5? You will see that negative 5 minus 10 minus 10 squared is 100. 25 minus 100, it is minus 75. On the left-hand side, we have square of something. On the right-hand side, we have negative number. And square of a real number is always non-negative, so it cannot be equal to negative number. So here we have no solution here. So now we have two possible values for one value of h. Either when h equals 5, k equals from here negative 1, or k is equal to negative 7. Then we have two possible equations for this circle, which actually touches the y-axis and passes through this point. The first one is when the center is 5, negative 1, and radius is 5. The second possible circle is the coordinates of the center is 5, negative 7, and the radius equals 5. So we know actually if you just substitute into this equation, we will get two possible equations for this circle, which satisfies the given conditions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have some rest, okay? After 10 minutes, we will continue, all right?
Okay.
Okay.